Hello, all, and welcome everyone back to the Art of Chill podcast. Today, I am joined by some guests along with some co hosts of mine as well. As usual, I am Chief Yash, and with me,
What's
I
up?
have Chris.
Hey, how you doing? It's good.
What's good, man? I
Hey,
have
no.
Adrian.
What it do?
One is running late right now, but we're good.
Yeah, well, one of he's coming. Just a little bit later.
Just give him time. Give him
Give
time.
him some time. We're gonna give him shit for it, but you know what?
Yeah, of course we're gonna
gonna
give
beat
him
him over the head.
We're gonna punch him. Anyways,
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Incredible, I got time.
Yeah,
You
and
gotta
my
get
guest for
paid, bro.
today, I have Sneak back,
Howdy, hey.
I love you.
and I have
Love
my
you
boy, Mikey.
Hello, nice to meet you guys.
Hello, hello.
Mikey the boy.
Mikey the boy,
Hey, hey.
newcomer, a new dude.
New
Can't wait to get him
dude.
out.
Heck yeah, I'm a new dude with a rude
The
dude
new
and an
groove.
Wait, that's added through 3 times.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Huh. Yeah.
All right.
So today we are on episode 5,
Yeah, you got it right.
and the topic for today is school troubles.
Oh my God, you remembered.
Oh my god.
Now that's a more broad,
Hallelujah.
that's a more broad term. So specifically, when I say school troubles, I mean like, oh yeah, that time you got detention when you probably felt like you didn't deserve it, or that time you might have gotten a fight. Just anything dumb that happened to you in the course of your school career.
What if you didn't do any of those? Because I never got detention or in a fight.
Well, then you're a loser. No. I was
Oh my god. You didn't have to kill him like that, man.
You didn't have to kill him. It doesn't have to like specifically be about you. It could be someone else you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe it wasn't deserved. Maybe it was well deserved. What did you learn? I guess or some legendary status type stuff.
Legends on the beat.
Okay.
Hmm.
Big head on it. Oh, wait.
But yeah, who wants to kick off the conversation?
Bro. You know.
So there's one time. No, kidding.
I thought you didn't have anything.
Not about me.
Oh, he's talking about the snitch. No.
Oh, bro.
No,
Go ahead,
yeah,
bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, go
What-
ahead and
what-
snitch.
Go.
I was
Hurry
making,
up.
I was making a joke. Okay.
Come on, get your snitches.
So I guess one of our friends, like my friend, he's also your guys' friend, is Hakob.
Mhm, mhm.
In junior high, we were talking, like, just before we went to high school, we were talking about how, like, what school we were all going to, and 2 of our friends were like, oh, we're going to this other school that, me and Hakob were going to. He goes, what the fuck? And the principal was end up right behind him. He's like, Jacob, go to detention.
Oh no.
What?
This man didn't check his surroundings.
He didn't check himself. He got vibe checked. No.
He got vibe checked.
Principal really said you didn't pass the vibe check. Go to detention.
That's just really funny.
This is all bad. Oh my god, I do have a story. This is kind of like a minor story. So, at my junior high, so there's like certain rules. If you can't stand on the grass, right? Unless it's like in the playground or something like that.
Yeah.
And you can't chew gum. And
Okay.
you had to use their school binder. You cannot use like any other binder. You had to use that specific binder that they sold for $20.
Of
So,
course.
this didn't happen to me. This happened to one of my friends who apparently was chewing gum, and the assistant principal caught him. And then, rather than ask him to spit out the gum, he was like, come to the office with me. And then this was like in the morning. So like, this kind of like made him late to like all the other classes he was supposed to attend to. But it was just kind of weird for me. Because, like, I was just there watching it, and I'm like, oh, crap. Like, I was kind of, like, nervous. Because it's like, how, like, there's some things where it's like you kind of feel like you did something wrong, but you really didn't, or you feel like you're gonna do something wrong in front of whether it be like a principal, police officer, or whatever. Kind of like you're on the road, just vroom vroom, looking at you're like driving the speed limit, and you see a cop right behind you getting real close, and you're like, why are you on my bumper? It's like you just like, did I do something wrong?
Absolutely.
Because this did happen to me before, but then the cop just drove off. But I'm trailing off. But that was just like a minor story. I'm saving a different story for much later.
All right. Anybody else?
Well, seeing as I'm from Florida, we're mostly notoriously known, us Floridians, for like having some pretty outlandish stories. But I have a bunch from my school specifically that aren't exactly funny. Like a lot of these are actually like some really messed up stuff. Like the most recent thing that happened in my old school, which is now, it's gone from, like, keep in mind, when my brother, when he graduated in 2014, the school was like an A school. It dropped from an A to a C school in 2 years. And then dropped from a C to a D school in like 3 years, like after that. Yeah, it's messed up. Like there's a lot of things that happened. Like one of the biggest ones was that a lot of one of our local county schools, like their budget cut out like over about $4,000 out of like teachers' salaries. And we don't know why. Like the teachers didn't know why, but like one of my favorite teachers at the time, she was my theater teacher, and she was also our director for like most of like our school plays and stuff. And it was just, she was a really nice lady, but she was one of the people that got budget cuts, so she quit because, well, she wasn't going to be working there and not getting paid enough.
Right.
So, which really hurt, which kind of like made me upset. But it's like I was already graduating; it doesn't affect me. But even still, it was just like sad to see,
Yeah.
Like you hate to see that happen. But what happened recently, though, like I think this year, there was actually I think it's somebody either in our high school or the middle school, but somebody actually.
So I actually had to censor this part. This part got a little too far, so I just removed it. But don't worry, we're gonna keep it lighthearted from now on. Yeet. Oh no.
Yeah, it was messed up, man. Like like Florida is messed up, man. Especially all the new kids. Like remember, this is the generation of kids that like grew up thinking that playing video games is like the best way to like teach your kids how to like control themselves or whatever the hell, or like a way of pacifying them. Like this is the same like generation that had like younger brothers and sisters that grew up in that same mentality. So bear that in mind. When I see stories like that. But
bro. You gotta be careful there. We're kind of poking at the demographic here, the gamer demographic. No, I'm kidding.
It's okay. I give him the G word pass.
Oh my god. Well, if it ain't the boy Brandon.
I wouldn't even say it's gamers specifically. It's just tailored to like a weird demographic of like parents that believe like giving your kids technology is like the best way to handle your kid when it's really not.
Fortniters, if you will.
Wait, hold that thought. Look who decided to show up.
Oh, dude. Can you believe? Can you imagine being late? Because, dude, I can't imagine, dude. Like, whoever is late, bro, deserves to get strung up and skinned and put on a cross upside down.
So wait, where do you live?
Don't worry. I'll just scalp you.
You're right.
And put it on my own head.
Sword unsheathing MP3. It's time.
Oh my god.
Imagine being late. Definitely.
You have come to die. Shing! Fucking Skyrim combat music starts.
But
Oh my God.
no, wait, I don't want to get copyrighted. Never mind. Anyways, so Brandon, as you may or may not know, but just in case you don't, school troubles, stories about stuff you might have gotten in trouble for.
Okay, you know what? I have one that's a lot more lighthearted.
I didn't mean to like drop the bar really bad, but like
No. It's fine. I'm gonna pull it back up.
We're probably gonna like censor you, dude.
Think about it like this. Think about it like
Completely
this. Everything after this is gonna be super lighthearted and enjoyable.
So-
You set a bar, okay?
Yeah.
You set a bar.
There we go.
You did it good.
Good
Yeah.
job, Mikey.
Woohoo! I
Skin
feel
you.
less bad.
I'll skin you later, bro. Don't worry. Just send me your address.
Oh no!
Just send me your social security, your debit card, your credit card.
All right, hold on. It's
Wait, hold on. Let's see. What else? What else?
yeah. Hold on. You got a pen and paper for that. Hold on.
Do you have a travel card?
A travel card? Yo, bet I actually have a fast pass card.
Oh, cool. I'll take that, and I'll take your hat. Thank you very much.
Hat? No, I can't give you a hat, but I can give you a bandana.
Let me give you my Clipper card too.
So, yeah.
So basically, story
cool.
goes like.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Jeez, man.
I was in high school, and one day, you know, as the human body does, I really had to pee.
Oh crap.
And you see,
No, not crap.
I'm one of the homies that's kind of like a piss or shit. I'm gonna go to the stall just because I always found the concept of urinals kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm going into the stall, I look at the door and I notice someone. I gotta figure out how to word this. Someone drew a wang on the door.
Oh, no.
So, having, being the intelligent, creative person that I was, after finishing my business, I went back to back to my classroom. And I feigned feeling a little ill, so I could go back. But this time I brought my pencil. So I look at where it lines up with the door frame, and I decided no better decision than to draw a female on the other side.
No.
Oh, no.
It would be a lot worse if you drew anything else.
Well, just wait, 'cause it gets better.
Oh, boy.
A few weeks pass, and I happen to go into that same bathroom again, because we had multiple around the school.
Uh-huh.
Sure enough, I notice someone has added detail.
Oh no.
Yo, this is
So what
great.
happens is that gradually, throughout this entire school year, our little Birds and the Bees mural began to evolve more and more. So it became more than just two people. It would start to get shading. I mean, this was like something you would see in a museum. And eventually, it got a little too far. The principal got wind. No one fessed up. So they took down the whole stall and got a new one. No.
Damn, I was about to say, like, imagine like thousands of years later when the stall gets earthed up by archaeologists, and it's all like, it seems like the primitive people of this time had worked together in cooperation to depict something of a ritual of some sort.
It's like how the Greeks, we're finding that the Greeks invented certain positions.
Oh,
It's almost like that.
Dog.
Oh my god.
Wow, these primitive people invented like an ancient form of artistry. What would you call this? I'm not sure, but whatever it was, it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
I
that.
I can't even imagine. Like, I can only imagine how many broken hearts like just kind of fell out of their chest like when they found out that their mural of an entire year of development was just suddenly taken away from them.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hella awesome that without saying a word, that a group of probably strangers over time worked together to make this beautiful thing over time, without like screwing it up or anything, like without any coordination, we're able to make such a beautiful piece of art.
Can't wait till your principal hears this and hears that you took part in it.
Yo,
What am my
someone-
principal
Wait,
gonna do? I'm
wait.
long gone.
Wait,
Nothing. Exactly.
sneak. I have a really funny idea. What if you guys went what if you went back to the school as like part of a reunion and started another mural?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Just yes.
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 Yeah. I mean, I love
Yes.
Huh?
I know you got a story.
Oh boy. Which
You
one
tell.
looking
Share with the class.
for? Which one you looking for? You want the long one?
How many you got?
Don't worry about that. Which one you looking for?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, I'll start with a quick one.
Give us an appetizer, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna save the best one for last. So, what am I gonna start with? Oh, I know.
From the beginning.
Shut up. I have a really lighthearted one. So, I was in middle school. I believe I was in either 5th or 6th grade, and I happened to be doodling on one of the desks in math class.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was trying to draw was a zombie that I had seen my brother kill in a what's the name of the game? House of the Dead, when we went to the arcade. And it was one of those. It was like a big fat zombie. It had like the leather pants, boots, and it had a biker glove. And it was huge. So I was trying to recreate that. I don't know why, but it was just something I wanted to try out. So my teacher came over, noticed me drawing, saw what I was drawing, and somehow immediately deduced that I was drawing a fat naked lady. So I got sent to the office.
What?
Dang.
What? How
I know.
That's like that just reminds me of like the one like little line of like the old black guy that's just like, watch your profanity.
Yeah,
Oh my
but instead of it being profanity, she just sees your art and she's like, oh, it's a drawing. Clearly, it must be naked. Watch your drawing. That's not safe for work.
Yeah, like I keep trying to tell my teacher, like, no, it's not a naked lady. I'm drawing a zombie.
Maybe she's never watched a zombie movie before, bro.
Yeah, so she's not.
Why is your zombie naked?
Yeah, she wasn't buying it, so I got sent to the office. And
Bro.
for whatever reason, the main principal wasn't there at the moment, so I had to talk to the vice principal instead. So I got in her office, and she's like, what you get sent down here for? So I tell her what happened up in the classroom. And she asked me like, well, why did you draw a naked lady on the desk? And I told her like, no, it wasn't even a naked lady. I promise you, it was a zombie I saw in the game once. So she gave me the most like dismissive look, and is like, all right, what? Just stop drawing in the desk and go to class.
Oh my god.
I'm like, okay.
You can't really argue against that.
Yeah, because I imagine she's just in her head like, all right, I mean, like, what you want me to do? It's a drawing.
Alright, it's a drawing, dude. Oh my god.
I mean,
It's
that's the thing, is, like, what even are you supposed to do about like punishing a kid for drawing something? Like, what would you?
Like, what do you do? Like, do you suspend them for drawing what it does? Like,
You should have said.
Destroying this poor soul's creative spirit.
Yeah. You should have been all like, I could be the next Da Vinci, he drew naked women too, and he got famous for it. Why can't I?
The next Shad Man.
Oh no.
no.
Plus, he drew him on roofs so everyone could see.
Unironically though, like, Leonardo da Vinci technically was kind of a man-ho in and of his time, but nobody likes to share that in history, so really him drawing naked women does not surprise me.
Wait, why? Is it because they're all jealous because they can't get as much women as he can?
No, it was actually ironic, as it was actually known in history that Leonardo was gay.
Yo, dude, even better. He's gay and he's getting all the women? Bro,
Yo, exactly!
what a pog champ.
Oh no.
He was very much into men too, which is just like every single time I see like or hear about his drawings, it's just like, well, I can see where he got inspiration from.
Damn, that's good.
Which explains why Da Vinci drew a lot of naked men.
Yes, that's where that one drawing comes from, where there's like multiple arms and legs like spanned out. That's where that comes from.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Voice chat type thing.
Yeah, buns and thighs.
Buns and thighs.
Oh, dude. I do have a bit of a story. So it was like second grade. It was me and my boy, my cousin, in the same class, you know. But this is mostly like me and some other girl that was in the same class. Basically, we were about to go on this field trip, right? And it was like 8 in the morning, you know. And we were playing, and we were, you know, called to, you know, get into the lines, you know, separated by class and stuff. And as kids, we are, you know, we still continued playing whether we were still in the line, you know, because I didn't want it to end. So I get caught. We both get caught. I was, you know, and the teacher, we go to the class. The teacher was talking to us about like what had happened, and I was like, well, we were playing tag. And she's like, oh, well, you guys weren't supposed to play tag in the lines. And I was like, well, I'm sorry about that. I mean, it's not like we really did anything like that bad. And she's like, well, you know, you guys are going to get detention for this, you know? And I'm like, but why though? Like, I'm getting, yeah, it didn't make any sense. So, but they couldn't write that. So they put that I hit the girl. And same with the girl.
What?
They said that I hit the girl, and they're saying that the girl hit me, which was utter nonsense.
What? So they deliberately lied to get you in trouble.
Yeah, they deliberately lied to get me in trouble, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
What? Dude, can you imagine people making excuses for you to be in trouble for insubordination?
Yeah.
Like can you imagine that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
If the offense is not bad enough to be truthful about it, then it's not an offense.
Why even give me like what?
Yeah, like that should have been nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
But no, Chris, you're gonna get detention. Ooh.
This sounds like if you guys remember that huge court case where like the girl lied about like the guy who she lied that he raped her.
Oh, you're talking about the football guy, right?
Yeah.
This is low-key what it sounded like.
Yeah, like his life was ruined after that. Like I feel bad for that guy.
I know.
Yeah, no, what was it? They let him out early because of like some bond or whatever, but like he still lost his entire career.
Exactly. Because of that girl.
I thought they were trying to give him a shot.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Unless they did. Otherwise, they let him out early because originally he was supposed to go to jail for like 20 plus years for sexual battery.
I think it was like 30.
Yeah.
No, but I thought once he got out, they were going to give him a shot because they know what happened. But I don't know. I would have to look into it.
I mean, it's possible they probably made like some sort of like legal agreement, like where he can go back so long as he doesn't like do it again.
Right.
Like a slap on the wrist almost.
Yeah. I gotta look into it though, see what happens.
Do something he didn't do again.
It's like you sneeze, but like they heard you cough. Yeah, just don't cough again. But I sneeze, just don't cough again. Okay?
Your Honor,
just don't do it.
Are you telling him not to do it again? Like, legally? That sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
You know, Chris, you gave me flashbacks to back when I was in elementary school, and I wrote "darn" on a note, like on a sticky note.
Oh,
and
no.
this girl goes up to the teacher and starts professing that I wrote the word "damn" because the letter R and the letter N are next to each other.
Well, wait. Why? If you guys are in elementary school, why does she know what that word is?
Right.
Yeah, she got in trouble too.
Hey, you know, either way, you said you wrote "darn," right?
Right.
Yeah.
Either way, even if it really did look like that, it still wouldn't be a bad word because you'd be spelling "damn" as in the
like
structure.
the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
Damn has an N.
Yep.
I
like
literally, all I
guys.
did is because the sticky note was so small, and because I
Oh,
was trying to fit it in, the R was pretty much right next to the end, but there was a clear space. You know, like just enough to point out, like, if you read the whole note, you'd know it's like, man, I didn't get a 100. Darn.
darn.
And it's like
Darn.
right at the H.
Darn.
Wow.
Guess I gotta get him next time.
That's still kind of like funky to think about though. It's just like,
Yeah.
how would you know what that word is if you're like in elementary school? Like the most you'd know at that point is like crap.
You know, I have a story like that that
mean-
gets even worse though.
Oh.
There is a show on Boomerang. I think I'm gonna butcher its name,
Oh no.
but it was called like Joanne and the Pussycats.
Josie.
Yeah, Josie and the
Pussycats. Yeah.
For some reason, we were talking about it in class, me and a friend of mine, and my 4th grade teacher walks up and she goes, "Why are you saying the word pussy?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Would you like the lowdown on our Go to the office."
What?
you don't
So
even
then,
know the
so then I
context.
go to the principal, and he's like, "Why are you in here?" So I say to the principal, like, "Well, you see, Your Honor, there's a show on Boomerang called Josie and the Pussycats, and me and my friend were talking about the characters in it." Oh, you said the word pussy? 1 week of detention.
But pussy
Damn.
cat.
What?
Pussy cat. That's
So then my
literally.
mom gets called. So then I have to explain this to my mom on the way home.
That's
And
literally-
after I explained to her that we were talking about a cartoon, she hits the brakes and starts driving back to the school and then cusses out the principal. I go to school the next day and no, you're not supposed to be in detention. I'm like, who the fuck? No one told me. What's going on?
Dude, it'd be like that, man. Oh my god.
All I have to say is that your mom's the real one. That's all
Yeah,
I got.
your
to say.
My mom made basically a whole, like, she threatened the school basically for some shit.
Well, yeah,
I
because
didn't
they're,
even
they're
understand.
trying.
I still don't get it.
like
Well,
I,
it's because they were trying to get you in trouble for a complete misunderstanding, similar to Chris's thing.
yeah, because it's
Like,
like
they were trying to
yeah.
make a reason for you to be in trouble.
Yeah, like,
I
I
mean, if I were a
understand.
parent, I'd be mad.
Like, I understand where they're coming from. Like, you said the word pussy, but that's literally a part of the show's title. That's the name
That's
of
like-
the show.
That's like getting
Yeah.
in trouble for quoting what someone said that has a bad word in it. And then it's like getting in trouble is like because you said it. And it's like, but it's like what they said, you know? It's
I'm
like,
quoting it word for word.
yeah, so
Bar
that
for
way
bar.
I don't misread bar for bar, word for
bar, word.
Sorry, I'm sorry I can't call a TV show by Josie and the Cats, okay?
Josie and the kitty cats.
the cat.
Yeah. Yeah, like what? No.
It's not my fault that it got turned into that.
No,
It
that's
just
not your
happens
fault.
to be a fucking phrase.
For real.
Like, I've heard so many
Like-
people say the word pussycat in reference to a cat.
Yeah.
You see,
Exactly.
I actually want to tack onto that, actually, real fast. The reason why it's actually called that way is because way back in the olden times, it used to be known that a cock was not genitive. It was known as a chicken.
Yeah.
Right.
And a bitch was known as a dog. And I don't know
Yeah,
where they
female
got.
dog.
I don't know where they got that from, but I still find that stuff hilarious. But then pussy used to be what's called a cat. Like that's what they used to call it, and then they call it a pussy
Yeah.
cat, and then it just became a cat.
Yeah.
You know, you say that, I just looked it up. Puss or pusscat, pussycat, and similar firms as a term and name, it basically meant cat in Dutch,
Huh.
where the word was pose, which, yeah, it just translated to cat. And as it went through to English, it was gradually morphed into cat.
Interesting.
How do they get pussy to cat? You said it gradually more.
English, bro.
Like what? One person
So,
was like,
so what I'm gathering is that the word pose, which was their word for cat, all right, I'm thinking it might even been pronounced like puss. You know, to get to pussy.
It's either pose, poos, or post.
Yeah. and that it means cat already. So as the time would go on, what we would call it, cat, got added in. So gradually you saw the pose, poos, whatever, slowly disappear as it just became cat in the English that we speak now.
Yeah.
Whoever changed that,
so
whoever changed that P into a C is a fucking idiot.
I don't know. I mean, you do have to give them credit, though. They somehow managed to take one word and turn it into another. You got to give them credit for that.
Yeah. No.
That's like some 1,000 IQ ingenuity right there. Because they're just like, wait a minute. This is a somewhat of a profane word. I wonder if we can call it something else.
Something else.
Say.
See, what could we call what could we call the feline animal? Ah, yes, cats.
Pussy.
It makes sense. A pussy cat.
You've done it, Sir Williams. You've done it. Ha ha.
Yes. Now we should petition it to the Webster. They can put it in the dictionary as a cat.
Absolutely, Sir
my
Williams.
Brandon.
Don't we already have a word for cat?
Chris,
Shut up,
Brandon.
Sir Francis.
Chris,
Do you have a story, my friend?
do I have a story?
Do you have a
story? Tell me a Dr. Seuss story.
So I do have a story, but I mean, yeah, I guess. Okay, so back when I was in elementary, right? They gave out a thing when you did something wrong or bad, like if you got in trouble. They gave you a thing called a pink slip, right? That you give to the yard duty, and then you can't really enjoy. You have to sit on a bench for recess or whatever for lunch.
Or the wall.
Yeah. So it was cold. It was cold outside when I got a pink slip. And I think the reason why I got a pink slip was because I was talking during class, right? And that's it. But I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go, do the pink slip thing, and I go find the yard duty who's watching all the kids who have the pink slips, and I give it to her, and it's this nice lady. This really nice lady who was the yard duty, and she's like, hey, it's cold. Why don't you do jumping jacks to stay warm? Or move around a little bit, right? And I'm like, yeah, sure, that's a good idea. So I do jumping jacks for the rest of recess because I'm trying to stay warm. And it was pretty fun because me and one other kid were doing it. So we're just there doing jumping jacks, having fun, right? And then I go back, the bell rings, go back to class, and my teacher's all like, so how was your time out? And I'm all like, it was fun. We did jumping jacks to stay warm. She's like, oh, it was fun? Here, and gives me another pink slip. You could go do it again tomorrow. And I'm all like, what?
Wait a minute.
That's some BS, man.
That's not fair.
She was salty AF, bro.
He just enjoyed life. That's bad.
Oh, you had fun.
What, you want me to die of hyperthermia? Do you want a death of your child?
Honestly, I don't know, man. People are weird. Like, people just shouldn't have teacher jobs, like, for stupid stuff like that. It's like we're literally just genuinely innocent children, just making I'm sorry that your adulthood got corrupted your way of thinking, but we're literally 3 or 5 year olds. And what can we think of that's bad?
Exactly.
It's only one out of every 100 kids is a psychopath. Not all of us are going to be at the range.
We're just trying to chill, bro.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, though,
I'm sorry. It's just we're stuck with you for 8 hours. We're just trying to
We don't want to be here.
We're kids,
Right.
bro. We're just trying to have fun.
Cause
Go ahead,
kids
bro.
just wanna have fun.
Hey, copyright.
No, because it's a rendition. Cover. I changed the lyric.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep. It's a parody song,
It's a
guys.
parody.
Exactly.
It's part of fair use. We can do what we want.
You're the resident lawyer, Chris. This is
My
good.
podcast,
This
I
is
can
good.
do what I want.
No, imagine everything just gets corrupted when the message say copyright claimed.
Now this looks like an occupation for me. So every individual within the vicinity
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Chief can handle it. He's good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my boy Ash.
Huh?
I think it's time you tell that story.
Lay it down.
Lay it down on
You
us.
want the real story?
Share it with the
Heck
class.
yeah, man.
Alright. So,
Everyone shut up.
let me
Sorry, I had to get my listening ready.
let me tell y'all about the time where I almost failed Latin class because I was dying in the hospital.
Oh.
Yes, you heard me correctly. Alright. So, what happened?
It's just I'm sorry, it's just the wording of that in and of itself is just like, yeah, so I almost failed the class because I almost died. Like,
Yeah, I almost died.
It's very literal. Let me tell you what happened.
yeah, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I
keep
mean,
going.
yeah, you would have failed by dying, wouldn't you? Like, you can't pass if you're not there to get the diploma.
Let me tell you what happened now. So, this is during my senior year of high school. And of all the classes I need to graduate, Latin just happens to be one of them. So, before, I got sick and all that, I was doing pretty good. I think I was maintaining at least like a C or a high C or a B in Latin. Because it was pretty easy, to be honest. But, yeah. So, one day, I get sick. I don't know why, but I'm sick. How sick? Very sick. Alright? So...
Thank you for describing it.
So, I first noticed...
Thank you for the clarification, bro.
Yeah, so
I was definitely wondering how sick. I'm kidding.
You're welcome. No. But yeah, so I first noticed a lot of the symptoms when I got home. And at this time, I also had a stilt bed. And if you don't know what that is, it's like a bed that's elevated up and you actually need a ladder to climb into it. Because I had like a whole like desk set up underneath it. And I had a mini
Oh,
fridge
I know what
and
you're
everything.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one of those.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. But yeah, so I had one. And I noticed like once I got out of my room, I'm like, damn, I'm really cold. But at the same time, I'm really hot.
Oh, you could say that again.
Oh my.
Yeah, so I
my.
So,
You wasn't posing in front of a mirror, were you?
no, I wasn't. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Oh my.
No, but yeah, so
Strike a pose for me.
but yeah, so I get up from my bed. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna just lay down, see if the feeling passes. And I'm so, I'm just laying in the bed trying to chill, and I still got this feeling like I'm cold and hot at the same time, and I'm sweating and everything. So I'm like, yo, like, what is wrong with me? I don't feel right. So then my mom calls me into her room. So it's like, all right, I need to climb down the ladder and go see what my mom went. So I get out of bed, I'm climbing down the ladder, I stumble a little bit, I'm like, yo, like, what is wrong with me? I can't even keep my balance. So, and to give you guys context too, her room is literally about, like, I'd say within 3 to 5 steps away from mine. Like, I'm literally right next to her, right? By the time I get to her room, 3 to 5 steps, I am like keeled over, exhausted. Like I just ran a marathon. And she looked at me and she like, what the hell wrong with you? I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. I feel exhausted. So
I have an inquiry.
Huh?
So your mom does just always choose violence.
She took me serious right here though. So like, yeah, so I get to her room, she like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know, like I feel tired and I feel hot and cold, and as you can see I'm sweating. So she's like, oh, you probably just got like a fever or whatever, just
Wait, yes.
What?
You know how like in Everybody Hates Chris, where like whenever you get sick, oh, take some Robitussin, you're good. I'm surprised your mom didn't say that.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, and like on top of all that, I also told her like, yeah, if my breathing feel kind of weird too. So she tells me, like, she tells me to go lay down and, you know, see how I feel later. So I go back in my room. I'm trying to rest a little bit. Later comes, I still feel like crap. So I'm like, yeah, Mom. Basically, I still feel like crap. So I'm like, should I go to school tomorrow? Should I like go to the clinic or something? So at this point, you know, she sees me and she's like, just go to school tomorrow, see how you feeling throughout the day, and if you need to, call my phone. Just like straight up call me. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get to school the next day, and I'm feeling like somewhat fine. Like, you know, the symptoms weren't as bad. So like I could get up the stairs and everything. I didn't feel like terrible. Like, yeah, I was a little out of breath, but let's be real, I was always out of breath. I'm fat. So yeah.
Damn.
So
I mean, yes.
Your words, not mine.
But yeah, so I got up to the fourth floor. I went to my classes as normal, and I'm figuring like, all right, I might make it through the day.
Right.
I didn't make it through the day. So
Oof.
what happened? I got to what was that class? I believe it was my English class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was my English class. So right before lunch. And I'm sitting in there, you know, typing up my project, because at this point, the seniors, we were supposed to be working on our senior project. So,
Right.
yeah, I'm sitting there working on my project, and then I notice, like, my breath started to feel short again. And, you know, I'm starting to feel weird. So I asked my teacher, I'm like, yo, Mr. So-and-so, can I call my mom? And, you know, I told him what's going on with me. I told him I feel short of breath. So he let me use the school phone, because we weren't allowed to have our phones. So he let me use the school phone to call my mom. Called her. Bam, she came and got me. Alright, so I got out early that day, and she took me straight to the hospital. So we get into the hospital. You know, we tell them what's going on with me. We gotta wait a little bit, but eventually I get checked in and everything. Blah 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 blah. So now I'm at the point where I'm laying in the hospital bed. They running tests on me to see what's wrong with me. And eventually they come to the conclusion like, oh yeah, your lungs are collapsing. And I'm like,
Whoa.
what?
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, my lungs were collapsing.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know why. I don't know how, but my lungs were collapsing. So they ended up keeping me in the hospital for at least a week.
Damn.
Yeah. So in that time.
Good.
Yeah. Honestly, it was good, because I don't know what I would have done.
I don't know where we'd be without you.
Right. I would cry. I would like have a mural, you know, like with all the flowers and stuff. I'm like, my boy Yash, rest in peace. He was a homie.
I appreciate that.
Bless
man.
up.
Yeah, man. Nah, but
Yeah, we got to give you the bandana and everything, bro.
Of course, bro.
I hadn't even met you at the time.
That's
I don't think I met you either.
Bruh.
also true. Like, who would I play Xenoverse with? Who can I torture? I like, without you, I can't torture anyone else with my headassery, man.
Send help.
I have to find someone else. No? Like, I'd be forced to stick with someone. I tell a joke to them, and they're like, "Oh, that's funny." No, no. Fuck that. Like, where would I be?
That was kind of funny.
Exactly, where would I be if I can't hear you say, "Oh, hey, that is a bad joke. Get the fuck out."
You're so stupid.
Oh my god, shut up.
Real quick, time update 45.
Thank you.
I got you.
But yeah,
So
so
your lungs are collapsing.
yeah, my
Yeah,
lungs are
your lungs are
collapsing, so they keep me in the hospital about a week. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, during the span of this week, you know, I got people coming in, checking on me. Like, of course, my mom was coming back up. She told my dad, so my dad was coming up. My girlfriend at the time, she was coming up to check on me, you know. I had visitors, and then, like, the whole purpose of me staying there was because they wanted to help me rebuild my lung strength, because my lungs were weak. And, you know, they had to constantly test them. I had to constantly do exercises. If I remember correctly, they even wanted me to get up and, like, walk around at some point. But I know, like, for the most part, it was them, like, clearing the phlegm out of my lungs, and then me doing lung exercises to build them back up before I could, like, go home. So you know, I go through the week, I'm doing that bing, 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 bang, boom. And, you know, the day comes where my lungs are looking good again, so they get ready to send me home. And now, like, as a sort of like final verdict or whatever, they're trying to decide, like, yeah, does he have asthma? Because over the course of that entire week, they kept asking me, like, do you smoke? No. Do you know, are you around people that smoke? Yeah, because my sister smoked. You know what I mean? Like, so they just keep asking me that. So yeah, so like I said, at the end of the week, they're trying to determine, like, does he have asthma? Do y'all think he has asthma? You know, like, just doctors consulting with other doctors, and they told me I didn't have it, which is, you know, good, because it would suck if I had asthma. But still, just in case, like, they sent me home with a one of those inhalers and some other stuff that I can't remember at this point. I still got the inhaler somewhere. It's buried in one of my drawers. But yeah. Yeah, so I get home, you know, at this point, like, my nieces and nephews, you know, they're like, oh, you're finally back, because, you know, they hadn't seen me the entire week, and they were kind of worried. So, you know, I got to see them. I got to see my brother, you know, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, I'm feeling better. I'm gonna go to school the next day. I'm gonna try to catch up on anything, because I know I missed a week's worth of stuff. And
Right.
when I said that, I mainly meant Latin, because none of the other classes were really that important for me to pass.
Right.
Like, literally, I just needed my senior project in Latin. That was it. So I get to school the next day, and I immediately go to my Latin teacher class. I'm like, yo, Mr. So-and-so, what's up? So he's telling me, like, yeah, like, you know, where have you been? Da 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 da. I give him my note. It's like, yeah, you know, I was at CHOP, which is the hospital. Stands for at Children's Hospital, Philadelphia, because, you know, I was a minor at the time. So it's like, yeah, I was at CHOP. You know, I had to get my lungs back together. You know, my lungs were collapsing. Da 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 da. I gave him the whole spiel. And he's like, oh, okay, you know, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, but unfortunately, you're failing my class. I'm like, what? And he's like, and he was like, yeah, because, you know, you haven't been turning in the work. And I'm telling him, like, but I was in the hospital. And he's like, yeah, but don't you be texting your friends and all that? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, well, you could have asked them to text you the classwork and so you could keep on top. I'm like, dude, I was literally not worried about that.
He was, like, worried about how to survive.
I'm in the hospital.
You are dying? No. First thought should not be there. It should be Latin.
Yes, I did. I literally spent the entire week building up my lung strength to come back here so I can graduate.
Now maybe
you should have done. Now your lungs are needed to breathe and to speak. You should have brought up, you know, like, you want me to speak Latin, but I can't speak because of my lungs. I needed to fix my lungs so that I could pass your class.
Oh my god. But you're not completely wrong, though. What'd you say, Mike?
Yeah, it's like, I can understand where he's coming from, but, like, again, that's like college level type of, like,
douchebaggery.
Like, no, that's just college level, like, quote unquote,
I know.
discipline is like the way of, like, putting it. But yeah, no, it's douchebaggy to say that. It's just like, you know, you literally could have, like, lost an arm, and then that dude still could say, like, well, you're still failing my class. Like, during that whole time you were recovering, during the whole time you were surviving the phantom pain. You could have been like, you know, I need, like, copies of my classwork. Like, no, dude, like, we're trying to, like, not die.
Yeah,
right.
like, I'm trying to not die. I'm not worried about class.
Yeah.
You should have. Imagine if you, like, your whole family, like, nearly dies, you know, your house catches on fire, and, you know, you're just having a shit week, and you come back and it's like, Mr. Teacher Man, like, you know, I nearly lost my family, you know, we don't have a house anymore, we're homeless, we're in debt with our medical bills, so I'm sorry if I couldn't do the homework. He's like, bro, you're failing, get the fuck out of here. I don't give a shit.
It's kind of funny that you point that out. I actually saw a video on something really similar like that a couple weeks ago. There was like, big hurricane. I want to say it was, like, in the Philippines. Don't crucify me if I'm wrong. It was an area similar to that anyway. And the dude was posting pretty much like making awareness about how there was this kid who basically, because of the hurricane, like a lot of people pretty much lost it all. So he was out of their online classes because it's like, you've got to see what the damages were. Or for all you know, the kid wasn't even able to make it to class because of the damages. Because, it was an online class.
Yeah.
So the teacher starts cussing him out when he, like, joined. About the fact that he wasn't there. It's like Mother Nature dictated that he couldn't.
Yeah, it's like, you can't blame him for that.
No.
Teachers are fucking crazy.
What if his Wi-Fi was knocked out in the storm? Like, his house was swept away.
I mean, all things.
Oh, well, you should have gone to your neighbor's house.
Oh my god.
Their house was submerged in water. Well, what about the other neighbor?
What about the other neighbor?
You should have drunk the water to get it out the way.
It's a river now.
Like, what?
I'm glad I had good teachers.
I only had one good teacher in high school. Maybe two, but one I thought was like really cool in high school. Like he wasn't just like a nice teacher. He actually cared about like what was going on in other, people's lives and stuff.
Mm.
And I remember I remember literally the first day I saw that he had an Avatar: The Last Airbender comic book. I was like, oh, hey, I like that show. You got the comic book? And he's like, yeah, sure. Here, you want to read it? He's like, huh? You serious? He's like, yeah, sure. Just bring it back when you're done. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I actually read through like the actual comic. I didn't even know they had like a comic series. And it looks like they're still like, it's still ongoing, I think.
They're still making more?
Yeah. The timeline is just after, the events of The Last Airbender.
Oh my
like
god, I
the
need to
show.
find those books.
Yeah, you could probably find them like online. Like go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
I didn't even know they were
But-
making
I know a few
those.
websites you can read comics on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I didn't even know those were being made.
Oh, it's lit. And there's gonna be like another show, I think, from what I've read.
No. For Avatar?
Yeah. Seems like it. Let's see here. Avatar show.
Unless, like, are you talking about that live action one? I hope not.
It says, let's see, Avatar: The Last Airbender sequel. I don't know if this is like true or not, but it just says like new Avatar series or something.
Yeah, I really.
2021,
I
2022.
I really hope you're not talking about the live action one, though.
No, I hope not either. Maybe someone who's watching it or research it, maybe mention it in the comments. Maybe not, or maybe not.
Hopefully.
But
Quickly, time update 55.
Thank you.
okay, well, it looks like we have run out of time, or we could just go for another hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Hey, anyone feel like doing 24 hours? No.
This boy.
24-hour podcast.
24-hour podcast. What are we gonna talk about? Oh, hand sanitizer.
No. But
Dude.
yeah, so as we said, we have ran out of time. So I would like to thank everybody that decided to, tune in, watch today. Much appreciated to you. But this is where we're going to sign off. I have been your host, Chief Yash, signing off with my co-host, Chris.
Don't forget to send money through the page. Bye, guys.
Adrian.
Yeah, don't forget to send money through the Patreon/OnlyFans. That is also Chris's OnlyFans.
And Brandon.
Josh has an OnlyFans too.
They call him Chocolate Thunder, bro.
And then, of course, my two guests.
Daddy Yosh.
What?
Hold on.
Shut up. I'm closing off. Shut up. And my two guests, Sneak.
You know what? Let me help you. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to check out everyone's socials.
Boom, that's the spirit.
Yeah.
Thanks. Now check out his OnlyFans.
Oh my god. You were doing good. You were doing good.
I would suggest checking out his OnlyFans first before any of that.
Yeah, oh my God.
Because
Mikey, say bye, please.
Anything that that he gets goes to us too.
Say bye, Mikey.
All right, everybody. I'm glad I could join this wonderful podcast full of wonderful people. I do have a single plug to put in. I do stream sometimes, and I play like all sorts of wacky games. Like recently, I've been playing Yakuza. My Twitch is TheD1vineWizard34.
Oh
yeah, exactly.
Shut up.
Yes. And so I just want to let you know, if you guys want to like watch me play some fun games and watch me get mad at the game because it's just ridiculous, or maybe because I'm just bad at the game, or just have fun, by all means,
check out his OnlyFans.
Follow me on Twitch. Yeah, check out my OnLifans, guys. It's all sorts of exclusive content. Oh. Anyway,
their links will be in the description. Not their OnlyFans. Yeah. Nobody has OnlyFans.
Yo, but I'm
this episode has been sponsored by water. Please hydrate yourself
when you're down
and clip your nails.
Yeah, when hydrate, clip your nails, and
trademarked by Sneak.
Oh my God, I'm done. I'm done with the show. Bye, everybody. Bye.